That's Oprah.
That's Oprah.
Yeah.
Okay. Named after the Oprah, and your cat's name is?
And Gail.
And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually. But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to the park. Yeah.
7 months ago, we made sure, I already knew, that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested.
How about #we?
Wait, what? Not 50 Cent risking everything to protect Taraji P Henson after reports claimed Oprah Winfrey tried to destroy her. Word is Taraji went to 50 for help after she turned down Oprah's offer to join her secret lesbian group. That's said to be the real reason Oprah treated her so badly during The Color Purple, paying her far less than she deserved. Oprah had Taraji looking miserable and emotional in every interview. Just like Taraji, 50 was once close to Oprah until he realized she wasn't as innocent as she appeared. Apparently, Oprah tried to get him blacklisted in the industry just like she did with Taraji. 50 was one of the few people who publicly defended Monique when she called out Oprah and Tyler Perry for doing the same thing to her. And now he's standing up for Taraji too. The tension between Taraji and Oprah began in 2023 during the press tour for The Color Purple. Everyone expected Taraji to talk about the film, but she came ready to speak her truth. She exposed Oprah for severely underpaying her and said she hadn't received a raise since Proud Mary, which was released in 2017. Taraji even admitted she almost rejected the role because Oprah refused to increase her pay, no matter how hard she tried to negotiate.
A raise. I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here? We are to service each other. God is very clever. He put us on this earth and he made us all look different. He made it complicated. We need to figure it out. And we can, and we are. You have to look at the glass as half full. Always.
Later, Taraji appeared in another interview with Gayle King, who's known to be Oprah's close friend and rumored partner. During that interview, Taraji opened up about how her experience working with Oprah affected her so deeply that she thought about quitting acting altogether. She spoke with raw emotion, explaining how exhausting it was to keep fighting for fair treatment in an industry she had given so much to. But instead of offering comfort or understanding, Gayle seemed to downplay her pain. While Taraji was clearly breaking down on camera, Gayle tried to shift the conversation, making it seem like Taraji was overreacting. Many viewers noticed how uncomfortable the moment felt, as if Gayle was protecting Oprah rather than letting Taraji speak freely. It became clear that Gayle wasn't about to let anyone criticize Oprah on her platform. The interview, which was supposed to be an open conversation, ended up feeling one-sided and manipulative. Taraji's honesty struck a chord with fans, though, who praised her for having the courage to speak up despite being surrounded by people trying to silence her. That moment showed just how much she'd been holding in for years.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to just say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot.
Yeah.
Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. Hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face. And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, enough.
While all this was happening, 50 Cent jumped in to support Taraji by sharing a screenshot of an article on his Instagram, letting everyone know he was ready to work with her. In his caption, he wrote, "They dropped the ball. FM Taraji, I'm ready to work. Let's get it." It was a clear dig at Oprah. Essentially, he was saying, "Hey Taraji, if Oprah is giving you a hard time, come work with me. I'll treat you right and pay you what you deserve." This move was very much in 50's style. He doesn't shy away from calling people out, especially after having his own run-ins with Oprah. This wasn't the first time he publicly challenged her. Back when 50 was rising in the music world, he wanted to shift his image from gangster rapper to mainstream artist. To do that, he agreed to an interview with Oprah, where he opened up about his tough childhood and his notorious past incidents. He even brought his grandma along and took Oprah to see his childhood home, showing a very personal side of himself. That interview was a big moment for him, and his willingness to confront Oprah now shows he hasn't forgotten past experiences.
It's my grandmother's home. I came out like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, May 24th. She was bent over, actually planting flowers in the garden, and I walked over here to sit in the actual vehicle that my friend was waiting for me in, and the car pulled up. On the side of us, a guy got out the passenger seat of that car, came around behind it, and through the actual car.
What does it feel like to be is it a physical feeling?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt as much as people imagine it hurts because of your adrenaline and how the shock of what's actually going on, it hurts after.
Did you feel the first one or the ninth one?
I don't even know. I didn't know my legs were broke.
Really?
When I tried to get out the car at the hospital, both of my legs were broke. Like I broken 3 places on this side and then
Where were you?
And my hands, my legs several times, like 5 times in my hands and then in my legs and then in my face. Yeah, so when going through that experience, when you get hurt that bad, either your fear consumes you or you become a bit insensitive.
Mm-hmm.
So just after...
Which one was it for you?
There was a point that I was afraid.
Afraid?
Yeah, following that, actually being it was like I was afraid because everybody involved in the situation was still physically available to
do again.
The part too.
Yes.
Yeah, to just do it again. And then it was like, I got tired of, in the recovery process, I got tired of being afraid. And then the only way that I could, like, to cover those emotions were to be a little more aggressive.
And insensitive.
Yeah, and to be angry about the situation opposed to dealing with how I was actually feeling at that point. And
how were you actually feeling?
The physical part hurt, and there was confusion because
you hurt afterwards. You don't hurt for the immediate.
Yeah, after you know you're gonna be fine, it really starts hurting. You know what I mean? Like the doctor tell you you're good, then it's just really bones aching. You feel like you got a headache in your hip, middle of your body, and then it's like, I know I'm gonna be fine, but it hurts so bad.
Did you ever find out who did it?
Yeah, I knew who did it shortly after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are now where?
Oh, the guy who actually is dead. And the guy paid him and got life in jail.
Got life in jail. Favorite meal for him?
When he was growing up, his favorite food was pork and beans and Franks.
Mm-hmm. Really? Mm-hmm. You still like them?
Yeah, it was the fastest.
Besides helping him clean up his image, 50 Cent also wanted his grandma to meet Oprah because she was a big fan. Even though the interview eventually happened, there was tension behind the scenes. When the interview was first suggested, Oprah reportedly told his team she wasn't interested in talking to him, has said that Oprah doesn't really support hip-hop, and even compared her to an Oreo. Black on the outside, white on the inside. He explained, "I think she caters to older white women. She was completely against everything that was in my music, so she ain't never going to have me on that show. I'm never going to reach that platform, which is confirmation of you being a huge success. So I just said, okay, if we can't be friends, then at least let's be enemies." Showing his trademark pettiness, 50 even went on to name his dog after Oprah and his cat after her close friend, Gayle King. It was classic 50 Cent. Mixing humor, personal digs, and a way to publicly push back against someone he felt had disrespected him. This move also highlighted how he holds grudges and isn't afraid to show it in very public ways.
About, I was there for a Crash for the movie. Yeah. And basically she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course I was up there with the whole cast of Crash. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't necessarily feel like that needed to be said. You didn't agree with my music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of my views. Right. She was able to say what she said, and then I had my rebuttal, and when I saw the final show, her comments were in there. Right, was in there, but yours wasn't in there. Mine weren't in there, so it just looked like I kind of took it. Wow. Like it was just quiet. And didn't
Around the same period, Oprah faced criticism from Ludacris, who claimed she had set him up during his appearance on her show to promote his movie Crash. Instead of focusing on the film, she asked him off-topic and trivial questions, like why he uses the N-word in his music. The questions were frustrating and completely unrelated to the purpose of the interview. Things got even worse when Oprah edited parts of Ludacris's answers, making him appear unintelligent and misrepresenting what he was trying to say. Despite this, Ludacris stayed professional and composed during the interview, not letting the the editing or the awkward questions throw him off. However, he didn't hold back afterward. In a later interview, he openly criticized Oprah, calling out her behavior and how she mishandled the conversation. Fans saw this as him standing up for himself after being unfairly portrayed. The incident highlighted a pattern where Oprah's approach to certain artists and topics could come across as dismissive or manipulative, especially when she edited content to fit a narrative. Ludacris's response showed that while some might stay quiet for the cameras, many aren't afraid to speak their truth once they get the chance.
Well, that's Oprah.
That's Oprah. Okay. Named after the Oprah, and your cat's name is?
Then there was Dave Chappelle, who appeared on Oprah's show after turning down a $50 million deal with Comedy Central and leaving for Africa to ensure his safety. Dave explained that the deal came with conditions he found troubling and wasn't willing to accept, which is why he walked away. As he tried to explain his side, Oprah repeatedly interrupted him, pushing him to admit to having some kind of mental illness. Her questioning distracted from his points and made the interview feel tense and uncomfortable. Fans noticed how dismissive Oprah seemed, focusing more on framing Dave's actions as a personal problem, rather than respecting his reasons for declining the deal. Despite the interruptions, Dave stayed composed and tried to get his message across, highlighting both his professionalism and the pressure he faced from a powerful media figure who was steering the conversation away from his perspective.
Increasingly paranoid. Would you say you were paranoid?
Sure. First of all, what is a black man without his paranoia intact? You might win $100 in a poker game and be on the subway. You're gonna look over your shoulder. They just said in everything I had $50 million. That's like making me a marked man.
So did you go to a psychiatric hospital?
In South Africa?
Yeah.
Who? I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid,
But you were stressed out. That's
There's
why.
no question. But it's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind you and say, you're...
Going back to Taraji, she never really had a fair shot against Oprah. The power imbalance was clear, and it wasn't just her experience. Monique spoke out as well. She openly accused Oprah and Tyler Perry of blackballing her in the industry, showing how they could control opportunities for actors who didn't align with them. Taraji's situation reflected the same pattern, where going against Oprah came with serious consequences. Both stories highlight how difficult it can be to stand up to someone with that much influence, especially when careers and reputations are on the line.
What is that black dick connected to? That black man? So no, I was not blackballed. I was whiteballed. By some black who had no balls. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. Thank you, Mr. Tyler Perry. Thank you, Mr. Oprah Winfrey. No, baby, I wasn't blackballed. I was by some had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk too much. It would me not to say the real shit. It would me not to say the real shit. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly. So y'all can suck my if I had one.
While Monique was speaking out about the way she was treated in Hollywood, most people dismissed her claims as exaggeration or attention-seeking. Everyone seemed ready to write it off, except 50 Cent. He was the only one who publicly backed her. On Instagram, he posted a photo of Monique and wrote, "All in favor of Monique being back on top. Say, make it happen 50. Stop effing around." It was a bold move, showing that he was serious about giving her career a second chance and standing up to powerful figures in the industry. During Super Bowl weekend, I went to see Monique's stand-up show, and it was phenomenal. She commanded the stage with such presence that it felt like everyone in the room was under her spell. Her timing, her humor, and her raw honesty drew you in completely. If you get the chance, you have to go see her live because she is truly remarkable. Cent didn't stop with just the Instagram post. He followed it up with another post demanding apologies from Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey, making it clear he was serious about restoring Monique's career. He wrote, "I'm sure Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry would not want to continue to allow their influence to damage Monique's career. This has gone on for way too long. So now would be a great time to apologize because I'm going to put her back on. Green light gang? I don't miss." It was classic 50 Cent. Direct, no nonsense, and willing to put his money where his mouth was. True to his word, 50 didn't just talk. He gave Monique a role in the second season of his hit TV show BMF, and she absolutely owned it. Her performance reminded the world why she had been such a respected figure in comedy and acting before the blackballing incident. It was a clear statement that talent can't be suppressed forever when someone is willing to fight for it. Now, as for Taraji P Henson, the story has some parallels, though it's still clouded in speculation. The streets are buzzing with claims about why Oprah allegedly treated her unfairly. Some say it was linked to Taraji refusing to get involved in things she didn't want to participate in. rumored to involve a secretive lesbian group that Oprah and Gayle King are allegedly connected to. None of this has been officially confirmed, so it's important to take it with a grain of salt. But the chatter has been relentless, and people have had plenty to say about it. One social media user put it perfectly. Just imagine looking up to someone for years and you're finally in the same spaces, only to find out that they are a total fraud and do not hold up the community like presumed. Taraji's heart must be broken. Hang in there, sis. Another added, 50 Cent is not damaging Oprah. Oprah is damaging Oprah. These reactions show how divided people are, and how strongly fans feel about both Taraji's experience and 50's willingness to intervene. The question now becomes, what do you think? Do you believe Oprah really tried to involve Taraji in something she didn't want to do? And is this the reason Taraji allegedly faced career setbacks? These are hot topics that continue to fuel debate online. In the meantime, 50 Cent's support for Monique is a clear example of how one person's loyalty and action can help repair what others tried to destroy. It also sheds light on the power dynamics in Hollywood and how easily influence can be misused. Whether or not the rumors about Taraji are true, her story has sparked conversation about how far people will go to protect their careers or control the careers of others. So, what's your take on all this? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you want to keep following the drama, click here to watch another video diving into the messiness behind the Hollywood curtain.